Hey guys, my name is Necro, and let's have some fun with another episode of Sunless Sea. Now, I wanted to record here real quick, just because I noticed this, Sunless Skies. Don't know what that is, but I'm going to be checking that out here in a minute. I also noticed that some stories are now available for free inside of the base game, because there is already some DLC that involves a submersible, which I don't have yet. I intend to get. But I like that there's some new stories that are still being added to the base game. So anyway, let's just get right back in here. Alright, so we're back now. And last time we had... clicking the wrong buttons here. We had actually gone up a bit and tried to explore a little bit more eastward. We had found the Iron and Misery Company Funging Station, found the Salt Lions, Pigmoat Isle, and now we're just going to go back around, circle back, all the way back to Fallen London, turn in what we've got, sell some of the extra stuff that we've got, because we've got some stuff in our hold right now. Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff in our hold, actually. These parabola linens that sell for a fair bit, but I have no use for, so I'm going to go ahead and sell those when we get back. Seems that we're pretty safe right now, so let's go ahead and take off. We had some bad luck with some pirates, and there appears to be one right there, actually. Yeah, but he doesn't notice us. So we're just gonna slip right on by and make our way to the Isle of Cats, right here. Our fear is still good, so I'm not too concerned with the lights right now, especially since we're coming into port. Yeah, he sees us now, but that doesn't matter, because we're here. Port Cavendish. So what is this? No. First, let's go to shops, see if there's anything we can buy or sell. No, we are not selling it that cheap or buying it that expensive. Absolutely not. So... don't know any of that. What is this? Piratical welcome. I don't think I've done this before. Welcome to the Isle of Cats, the wide-eyed dockmaster says brightly. Would you like to bribe me not to write down your details in this nice official ledger? Don't care about details. We are not doing contraband. We don't have the attention of the king right now, so that's not a concern. So, we'll just do that and be on our way, quick as you like. Boom. There we go. Oh, God. In fact, let's just wait a minute instead. Alright, he seems to be gone. So let's keep our lights off, hug real close to this harbor, and go around the far side down to Port Carnelian. Oh, I am really excited, by the way, unrelated to... oh, harpies, I think. Also unrelated to harpies, but that was not what I was saying. Unrelated to Sunless Sea. Oh, that's really close. That's really close. I'll talk more when I actually get docked, so I don't have to worry about that. Coffee beans! I know! We need those, and 38's... nothing. That's a drop in the bucket. How many do we need? Do we know? Journal. Objectives. Oh, that has something to do with finding the bones of my father, I think. I think the guy who knows about our father's bones is... yeah, 2 sacks of dark chopped coffee beans from the south for the Bishop of St. Fiacre. Yes. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Off! We're off. Oh, I was going to talk while I was at dock, and I didn't. I am rambling something fierce tonight. I am so sorry about that. Oh, not really. Yeah. I am super excited because I've got all the parts that I need to actually finish my computer coming in. Unfortunately, I had been planning on building a new computer for a long time. My old computer was still pretty powerful, especially considering the age of it, so I had been trying to hold off, waiting for tax season. And then the old computer croaked. Luminescent beasts like eyeless dolphins play in your wake. I love some of these descriptions. Anyway, old computer croaked unexpectedly. I actually was able to fix it, so it's not that big of a deal. I didn't have to go ahead and build the new computer, but I decided, you know what, if parts are already starting to fail, rather than having to start piecemealing things together, let's go ahead and just build the new one. I'll fix up the old one, give it to my brother free of charge, and he could use it until it wears out. If he is lucky, the memory that died in it is all that was going to die in it. It did cost a little bit of money to get that because it is legacy at this point. That was still a DDR2 machine. But I figured, why not? So compile report, and then I'm going to speak to somebody of authority again. Maybe distant stores. Yes. All right, so that's a description we've already had before. So went ahead and built the new computer, but I didn't have the money to build it the way I wanted to. So I did have to kind of piecemeal it, use some stopgaps. But now it's tax season. So I was able to actually finish it. So the parts are coming in. I'm going to put it together, including something I've wanted basically as long as they've existed. The M.2 NVMe drives. I got a 1 terabyte one for pretty cheap considering what they normally cost and what it can do. So I'm really excited about that. Getting the 1080 in there. I also had a non-overclockable chipset motherboard, or I have one in there right now. So I've got a Z270 coming. So I'll actually be able to clock this baby up a fair bit. So I'm going to see some marked improvement across the board, and I'm really excited. I also do have the parts to build the computer in my Tech Time video. So that's going to be coming in. I'm going to be doing that. Not just that, though. I've also got that i5-7500 and another 8 gig stick of memory. So I'll be able to show not just that $500 build, but also how much of an improvement you get if you spend that extra $150 or so. So really, really excited to actually finally be able to do that build, actually do it, and not just talk about it. Because as neat as just information is, I don't just like talking at people. I like to actually show you what I'm doing. But that's unrelated to this video. So that's all there is about that. So we're going to keep making our way up to the Iron Republic. Dreadnoughts. Glorious frigates. Big glowy ships. 300 hull. And 30 crew. God, I love this music. I can't say that enough. I know I've said that at least half a dozen times, but best music in this game, Iron Republic, easily, hands down. Nothing we really need to do here. Not letting them go ashore. Compile the report. Now, if we do come across any pirates up this way, those I'm gonna fight, because those give me supplies. Alright, so here we are, Cuban Canal. Listen for surface gossip. Moves of the great game. Port report. Not that impressive, but helpful. Okay. I'm looking at my map a lot because I don't actually know where I'm going. Oh, shit. Didn't mean to do that. I keep looking, like, moving my hand and not looking at my keyboard when I go back down. And then I'm off, just to the right, just by a letter. And I accidentally hit F, which puts the engines at full power. 83 chance of success. You stand on a cliff top looking over the little village. Smoke from the chimney of the Cock and Magpie drifts straight upwards. As you watch, the smoke tilts. The sudden wind thins it to a pencil smudge. Then nothing. The wind screams unexpectedly, like a god cut in half. What a noise. It must be the caves around the island channeling the air. At least, That's the most comforting explanation. Below you, the locals each take nips from a shared flask and make a toast towards the mainland. The wind is southerly. Succeeded, gained 2 terror, getting 14 fragments, so not very exciting challenge. No, we're not doing that. Gonna get that port report though. This could lower our terror, and it only costs 20. Why not? Lost 1 terror. Lovely. The trees of the Neath are scraggly and wretched, scraping a living with parasynthesis. But the apples of Mutton Island are tart and powerful, perfect for cider. Cider? Cider! This stuff is stronger than it looks. You stretch out in your seat, stare through the leaded window at your safely moored ship, and find yourself whistling. The landlord gives you a friendly grin and goes back to wetting his cleaver. Okay, 1 terror is not worth 20 echoes. So we've made it back home. Collect messages, something has changed, somebody wants to sign on. Ooh! Consider a specialist. She is staying at a respectable boarding house near the docks and has made it known that she is available for work. I specialize in amputations. It's easy to acquire unwanted appendages at Z. We do not have a surgeon. There we go. Let's go ahead and put her in there. So a doctor aboard, fantastic. 6 hearts, 6 iron. Very nice. What does she say? She increases your hearts. Oh, I could propose to her. We're not going to do that. We've just met. Your father's bones. Ha! The bishop wants dark drop coffee from the Elder Continent. If you have it, he will see you now. Which we do. Eccentric appetites. Do you know of the place called Avid Horizon? The bishop asks. It is a place of many natures. One nature is this. It is a place of confession. One tormented by his conscience may mark his name on the piers of the dock there, seeking absolution, or at least punishment. Your father's name is there, and his crime. Find it, and you will find his resting place. He sips from a tiny cup of freshly brewed coffee. This is really very good, so I will give you 2 final pieces of advice. Firstly, beware Mount Nomad, and secondly, the Fathom King has been given authority over all things lost at sea. If you need more assistance, ask him. The bishop smiles at you over his coffee cup. He will ask a little more from you than I have. Go to Avid Horizon in the north of the Untersea to continue. Seek Horizon's aspect in the north, and we've lost our coffee. Cool. The Alarming Scholar. You've been so very helpful. I wanted to give you something for your next voyage. I bottled it myself. Okay, what you got? Supplies! Smells pickled, chemical, salty. Once it might have been eel flesh, but the scholar assures you that it has vital and nutritional virtues. Save it for an emergency, perhaps. Okay, let's give you memories of distant shore. There's some more favors, some more echoes. I've got more of those, yes. Intriguing snippet. Fragment and 50 echoes. A Z story. Fantastic. The scholar is someone that I definitely want to keep on our good side. I want to keep them rolling in snippets and secrets and stories. So, what do we have else to do? Visit the Admiralty Survey Office. Yes. Ah, speak of moves in the great game. He has you repeat it all twice. He doesn't take notes. It's a little beyond me, he tells you. But I have a friend in the palace who'll be interested. Very interested. Thank you. Your fee. So 30 echoes, another favor. Oh, and I've got more. I could buy much, much bigger guns. I could. That wouldn't be bad. That would be an upgrade worth doing, I think. Yeah, some of these engines. Oh, I could do that too. 1,500 versus what I currently have of 800. So deck weapon, buy. And then sell this. Right? I can do that, right? Yes, much bigger. So let's sell this. And go ahead and buy this. And there goes all our money. Okay. Where should we go? Should we go north? Yes. Let's see what we can make. Oh, and we do know of a restaurant up in Venderbite. So I wonder if any new tidbits can happen from that. Oh, I admit to repair and I didn't. Whoops. I'm still at 63. It's fine. Tomb Colony of Venderbite. Somebody's trying to get your attention. One of the tomb colonists takes an obvious interest in your crew, specifically the Clatérier. Voiceless. The tomb colonist draws you a little way away from the Clatérier. Don't tell her you met me, he says in a hoarse rasp. Her mother cut my voice. Hoped to fix it so I wouldn't be able to look for my daughter. So I wouldn't want to. He wheezes. Didn't work. Operations never completely effective. Need to know my daughters well. Happy. Finding enough patience. Getting enough to eat and so forth. In exchange for the simplest news, he explains himself. I'm her father, he says. Ordinary engineer. Not the sort of parent she would want. Okay. Let's visit this restaurant. Ah, at the twisty tip of an odd little side street, welcoming yellow light glows from the gilt-lettered windows of a restaurant. A sign reads, Vengeance of Jonah. A beefy tomb colonist bustles up. A grey mustache pokes impertinently out from under his bandages. Come in, come in. A bandaged poisoneer at Venderbite seeks passage with a Z-captain sympathetic to intrepid cuisine. So we couldn't get a cook, but we don't have the money. Okay. I think that I get after I finish the whole thing with the colors for the curator. That's probably going to be the first upgrade I get if I can find those colors. Yeah, that seems like all that we can do here, but that restaurant is neat. We're definitely going to want to come back. So let's make our way along the coast. Oh, yes. Gain supplies. Why not? We'll eat bat. We'll eat well on bat. There's buildings. Whither? Ah! So there is a place. There is a place worth visiting up here, further in the north. The north of the Neath. The North Neath. Or would it be Neath North? Either way, it sounds silly, so we're not going to call it that. Ooh. The House of the Question. What is this? So this is locked. So we don't have anything for that. Defy the gods. No. I think we already have a curse. So... That might be something we do later. We've already defied the gods once, and we really pissed off, I think it was Salt. So, let's not. Explore the town. Got Storm's attention. Gather intelligence. I probably should have been reading those, because I haven't been here before, so that's new story. Shore leave and wither. 50 echoes, but a 100% chance of success. What would I get? What would I get? What shops do you have? They trade in stories. Huh. That's neat. Ooh. They trade in tales of terror. Ooh. Ooh. I'm not trading those right now, though. I've got 7, but I've got plenty of supplies, so I'm not worried about that. Shipyard, no ships available. I think that's all I can do here, because we're not doing shore leave. So further north we go. Interesting little town, though. Definitely worth another visit. Oh, what the fuck is that? Uh-uh. Lifeberg. So, yeah, we're avoiding that, and we're going to try and see if we can't sail through these to avoid that thing. The place that is no place. The Untersee has no northern shore. Space is forbidden. Time contracts to a single frozen instant. There's only one way north. You huff and fumble your way through darkness. The stokers labor below. As in an old sick dream, fuel evaporates. Sailors stiffen to statues. No. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. We are way far out there. Ooh. Ooh, interesting. Frost found, vast and chilly, a fortress sieged by questions, answers... Nope, didn't mean to launch. Questions, answers, and riddles. Okay, port report. Oh, I need 50 mirrors to get in. Ooh, we're really low on crew. I didn't mean to do that. That was a mistake. Ooh. Ooh. We might want to just head straight for London, I think. Yeah. Oh, there's a... Okay, so that's specifically Stoddard Sabin. There's another one. We are moving so slow, guys. But that is beautiful. Like, look at this place. Is there no port here, though? Where is everyone? Where did they go? They're here. They're here. You're not alone. Well, I figured going up through those, rocks and icebergs would be a mistake. I didn't realize it was going to cost me half of my standing crew. This is going to take a while. Salty hinterland of London, home to hermits, nuns, and shadowy business. With a lighthouse. Oh, I've got to go. Oh, I had to go the wrong way around the goddamn island. Shepherd's Isle. Okay, a picnic at the Standing Stones. The rest of the Z, the bearded watchman scoffs. Here's where you need to be. We don't talk about the rest of the Z. But a sniveling caitiff draws you aside. I got something for you, he promises. But I'll need some of that good stuff from London. A lot of that good stuff. Ask of mushroom wine and supplies. Okay, that's all he needs. I could do that. Picnic at the Standing Stones, Lost Three Terrors. You now have an ambiguous eelith. What in the hell is that? The cry goes up. Drownies in the water. The pale faces of the drowned dead bob up like lamps. They're singing. Drown out their song with the roar of the engines. Drownies are drawn to fear like pickpockets to crowds. Stoke the engines as hot as they'll go. It will use fuel and may damage the ship, which will drown out their wretched song. We can spare it. 3 hull, but we've lost terror. Your engines thunder. The drownies circle, but the poisonous sweetness of their song is almost lost in the den. At last they tire and sink below, waving as they go. Back to London we go. I've said that before already, but we get distracted. Hey, we're actually directly en route to this new island that we just found with the Z-Bat. Charge me. Charge me. Do it. Do it! Save fuel that way. Butcher it! Discovered the Sisterhood. The muscular prioress, the abbess's lieutenant, comes to the door to listen. She nods and makes notes. She pays particular attention to news of marsh beast predations and the traffic of the rooftops. In return, she offers a rather perfunctory blessing, but the blessing reassures your crew. All 3 of them. Offer a gift. The Sisterhood respects 2 things. Unswerving decades of fidelity to a wholly secret purpose, and the ability to shoot straight. A narrow hospitality. The muscular prioress inspects your trophy. I'll put it with the others, she says. Her tone suggests grudging respect. You and no more than 3 sailors are invited to dine with them that evening. So my whole crew got it. And you do, on black laver bread and overcooked cavern trout. Among fierce women with spiked rosaries, one of them hacks up her trout with an axe. But at the end of the evening, when the plates are cleared away, the room goes quiet. A tall nun with a startling strabismus sings in a rich, deep voice like a stolen sunset about the hills of her homeland far above. Firelight flickers on the faces of your crew. Okay, so Stone's attention is still going up. So what else we got? There's this whole expanse here that we didn't get to explore. We'll come back after we've, made it back alive. The Rise of Pigmote Isle. Hail Murinia, the Neath's most adorable nation of skerries around your leg. So, not of skerries. That doesn't even make sense. Senelac harvesters drag heavy bags of the island's bounty to their silos. Industrious rodents work hard on towering edifices, some of them almost neck-high. London will never believe a bloody word of this. No, we're not doing that. Okay, help them resolve a dilemma. Civilization 1, I have 4. Pigment on Might is 1, we have 4. Spirit is 1, we have 6. Have this. Have this. Okay. Time passes. The rat's wine is in high demand, hairless advisor. The aide twitches its whiskers. We do not wish to take the joy from life, but it has caused many problems. Many injuries amongst our farmers. Our new militia recruits missing their training. Do we step in or turn a blind eye? Recommend... Well, prohibition I don't think would work. We're turning a blind eye, and I think they're going to end up collapsing on themselves. So, of the 2, an unpopular decision. The last wine barrel is delivered to the docks by annoyed soldiers. The aide breathes with relief. Hairless advisor, would you take this devil drink away? we would be most grateful. Alright, so they've lost some spirit. They're still content. They've gained some civilization. We resolved the dilemma. Anything else? No. Not requesting repairs. Definitely not trying to steal the star. Okay. Losing crew really hurts. And it takes so long. Of course, I had no way of knowing hitting that barrier would just cause me to automatically try to travel north and not be able to turn around. Live and learn, I suppose. Don't give a shit about the magician. Engage as Ailer. Yes. Let's get ourselves another one. Hire on more crew. Yes. Lost 30 echoes and gained 3 crew. Hallelujah. Okay. So I only had to do it the one time. And I think that's all we can do for right now. So, yeah, guys. That's going to do it for this episode. Next time I'm going to come back and try and navigate some more of this north bit here and try and further my main story. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. And as always, suggestions are welcome. So if there's anything you'd like to see, leave a comment below, and I'll catch you guys next time.